Give me a second. I just feel like a minute or two, and then I have to do that. Is that working already? We might be good. I never done 2 streams back to back in about with a 5 minutes break, including eating before and including creating thumbnails. Is that working? I'm just double checking. So that one's working. Oh my god. I'm just fixing like all the other bits and bobs. I'll just be like 5 minutes. I see yes Mateta in the chat. Mine's still at 0-0. So I'm a bit confused. But that's okay. Mm. Okay. We're almost there. Almost there. No, 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 no. I'll just be 2 minutes, guys. Uh, okay, hopefully that worked. Gabriel David Garcia says hi. Hello. Hello, Gabriel. Gabriel. Hope you're doing good. The honest lad said, man, Messi or Ronaldo? Probably man, Messi. It's close. Ronaldo's very good, but I'd probably give it to Messi. I think Messi could do things that kind of nobody else could. And yeah, Messi also didn't necessarily have the physical gifts that I think Ronaldo had. So with that in mind, I'd probably give it to Messi. But how about you? Head and shoulders. I didn't know you had dandruff. I don't. Well, I definitely don't have dandruff now at the moment. There's a new Mo Salah song. Oh, there he goes. That one. There she goes. There she goes again. I'm not gonna try singing that because it's in a very high key. But I know I know how it goes. Snus posted a quote. Be loud and proud, get to the stadium early and give us your support. Make the place a sea of red, a wall of noise, sing your hearts out, and let's do this together. Fair enough. Can't disagree with that. It is at Anfield, so to be honest, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insanely loud. One more push was from the skipper. That was me saying I'm just finishing eating. Had to go grab a sandwich ice cream and no ads no more. Yeah, I'm trying to play them at the start. There's still a setting that I need to change, which I saw yesterday. I'll be able to perfect it eventually. But what I want is, I just start like 5 minutes early and then just get them out the way then. And then we can have the first half undisturbed. And similarly at half time when everyone kind of grabs a drink anyway. Yeah, there's protein bar which is just still ain't finished. Don't forget to change the match. Yep, changed that now. Updated that now. Fishinsky is here, says hello. You'll never walk alone. Is it also never eat alone, Fishinsky? MPG website says woo crumb. Indeed. Let's go Palace, says Pixel. Probably sporting Munoz possibly, or am I making assumptions? See, if I was to say that at work, I'd probably get in trouble. Mateta today. Pixel is supporting Munoz. Yes, sir. Munoz is an ultra of the team I support. Is it Nacional? I think you've mentioned this before. And Jefferson Lerma. Yes, Mateta. Is he number 14? He's not wearing the headgear today. So I hope he's like recovering. I can't see any headgear. So he might be slowly feeling better. Which is a positive in itself. Jefferson Lerma and Munoz watch today. Some people want Munoz for Liverpool, you know. I'd be interested what people think about that. Himothy says Messi or Ronaldo. Probably Messi for me, Himothy. But what would you go for? Pixel says he can do it all. He can do it all. Snus says, oh, by the way, if you don't fancy doing a watch-along for Barca Real Madrid, does Mo will do one? Yeah, probably not. Because there's a fight on tonight. So it's the Eddie Hall versus a Mariusz Pudzianowski fight. I hope Barcelona whoops, but I don't know. I might do. I don't know. Unsure, to be honest. Hope Barcelona whoops Madrid. Yeah, we're not big fans of Madrid, especially kind of given how they've been acting this week. The whole thing with the referee, and it's just like, yeah. Why does Trent want to go to that team that kind of behaves like that? I don't know. Yeah, the quote, the Van Dijk quote. Oh, he's still wearing it. Okay. Is it like any smaller? Or is it the same? He must not be number 14 then. I thought he was number 14. Let me just check what is. Oh no, he is wearing it. Okay. It's only on one side, obviously. So this is the side that I saw, which kind of makes sense, right? Because it's not actually a wrestling thing. It is an ear protection. Fish says, shave your beard. If I was to shave my beard, Fish, I'd look like Matt Lucas, and I don't think anybody wants to see Matt Lucas. Snus says you'll never fish alone. Blub blub. Indeed. Fish is now posting the most random stuff. Welcome to Gboard Clipboard. Any text you copy will be saved here. You probably pasted that a bit too quickly, I think. Touch and hold the clip to pin it. Unpinned clips will be deleted after 1 hour. See, I would ordinarily think you're a bot, but you come out with some of the craziest things sometimes, which makes me think you have to be a human being, because no bot is quite that funny. You'll never walk alone. Yeah, exactly. And I said to you the other day, you'll never swim alone, so that makes me think you're definitely a human being. Yeah, Fish is Fish, aka Fishinsky. Are you from Poland, Fish? I think you said last time. He's a bit crazy, but in a good way. Have you heard of Carlos Vela? Yes, a striker. Mexican striker, I think. Played for Barcelona for a bit. Oh, Arishan. Hello, Arishan. Hope you're good. Sorry, yeah. Need to sort it out. It should have stopped. Yeah. I've got an approach which I think is gonna work, but I didn't have time to implement it because we started immediately after the we started immediately after the next one. But tonight I'm gonna go and kind of fix the settings. I just want them at the start when I won't be there anyway, and hopefully no one else is, so you don't have to watch them. And also at halftime. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix this for tomorrow to just do them at the start. So I'm gonna try and log on early and just do them at the start. And then just at halftime. Fish says yes. Fishinsky from Poland says yes. Arushan Reddy says Liverpool glory. Let's hope so. That's tomorrow. Mr. Slot said Trump is so orange, his blood type is orange juice. Oh, I think that's I think you might be right. I think you might be onto something. Does he kind of bleed orange then? I don't know if you remember, Mr. Sloth, but there's a drink back in the day called Sunny Delight, and whenever people used to drink it, you used to turn them orange. Maybe that's what he drinks. Ooh, Mr. Extra with the tough questions there. Is Tesco or Asda better? Is Tesco or Asda better? Probably Asda because it's a bit cheaper. And typically the stores are bigger, so you've got more selection. What do you think? I have a game. If you can pronounce my name and guess where I'm from, you win. I'm guessing the H is silent, so is it Lompo Bobo? I got no idea where you're from. You have to give me a clue. Taha Afif says, hi, say my name, please. There you go. Taha Afif. And again, Taha Afif, or is it Afif? Fish says, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum to you. Or no. You've not given the first part of that. You're not given the first part of that. I don't know why it's an or two. Fish supports. You mean the Hammers? Because West Ham ain't playing, bro. Or do you mean you support the Hammers generally? Poe says, I'm a piggy and I want to be skitty. Well, don't we all? I guess this protein bar that I'm munching is not going to help me. And now I've created a mess on my desk. Fish says it's Tesco. Why? Do Tesco sell better fish? Ha 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 ha. What makes you say I mean, Tesco's fine. I mean, Tesco's good. But I'd say I probably just prefer Asda. You gotta drink milk like Ian Rush. Yeah. And then get the Ian Rush mustache. This is not milk, by the way, but it's close enough. See, Taha, I said, is it Afif or Afif? And then you've just typed it out. So if I don't know how to read it, I'm still not going to know. What does it rhyme with? What does it rhyme with? You know what you mean? Does it rhyme with sheep or does it rhyme with lift? You know what I mean? That'll allow me to know. Does it rhyme with lift or does it rhyme with sheep? Then I know it's a fief or a fif. But yeah, just typing the same thing is going to make me make the same mistake. Fish is on a mad one again. My friend named Brad is a hammer. Is that Brad Pitt or is that like a different... Is that a different type of Brad? Hammers versus a red box. I got no idea what that means. Fish. Noticeably says, guys, can you stop assuming my private protected gender, please? You're hurting my human rights and I don't like it, so please stop right now. I have the right to keep my gender to myself. I think that's fair. I mean, I don't think anybody was, but where would you? Free kick to Villa. Crossed in. And they do absolutely nothing with it. Bradkovsky, this is the Russian. Not the Russian, sorry, the Polish Brad Pitt. KK Goalie says, mine, I subscribe. Thank you, KK Goalie. Is that an anime picture that you have? I don't know who that anime character is. I watch some anime, but not as much as I'd like to. See, I want to eat the last part. I want to eat the final half of my protein bar, but I don't know if that's like extremely rude. You know what I mean? I miss Cristiano Ronaldo. I spoke to him yesterday. He said that he misses you as well. Don't know what that means. Watch Meebu YouTubers by Jack the Meme Lover. What's that about? No. Like, what does that involve? Del was being very kind. She's saying I can eat my protein bar. Okay. I'll try muting myself so you don't have to listen to me munching. Pixel says can't go hungry. Yeah, 100%. Normally, like, I'm quite organized, but I wasn't planning to stream today. And then we did the previous game. And then I find out there's another game 5 minutes later. So then I just threw everything out of whack. Yeah. All good. Protein bar has been consumed. Sir, name me 7 London clubs. Fulham, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Arsenal. Nah, I'm going to struggle. Bloody hell, who else is there? That's really embarrassing. Three more will come to me later. But say it backwards. So backwards it would be cheese and mac, not mac and cheese, right? But you haven't done the and. So the and is the correct way around. Fish says you look like Raul Albiol. I'll take that. I get told I look like a lot of people. Durwood says Liverpool, indeed, the most important club. So we're looking forward to the Watchalong tomorrow. Durwood says, sorry, that was to my daughter. That's okay. It's important to know. I'm just gonna permanently leave it up, by the way. Like I'm just gonna kind of keep on going back to it. Kufi says Turkey, as in the country. No, I wouldn't mind visiting though. Oh my god, I forgot about Spurs. Did I forget about Spurs? I think I did. That's kind of embarrassing. And Pixels mentioned another one that I forgot about, West Ham. So I said Palace, Fulham, Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham, Spurs. Is that it? Fulham, Palace, Spurs, Arsenal. That's 6. Is there? Oh no, I didn't say West Ham. No, I totally forgot about West Ham. But I'm annoyed because there was like an obvious one that I was missing. I forgot the obvious one, which was Spurs, and the obvious one, which was West Ham. I said Fulham, Palace, Chelsea, Arsenal. Kind of embarrassing. But that's the only club that matters, it does. And just in case anyone missed it, it's Liverpool in capital letters. I'm trying to understand your joke, waste management consultant, aka what's his name? Person from Sopranos. Some bricks. All right, as in, is the joke that they stole the wheels or something? I don't understand it. Yeah, you didn't say. Yeah, kind of embarrassing. Kind of embarrassing to forget West Ham, to be honest. You might be right. Brentford. Pretty sure they're a London club. Fish hates Oxlade-Chamberlain. Why? What did Oxlade-Chamberlain ever do to you? Is he like pescatarian? But then if he's pescatarian, then that means he doesn't eat fish, right? So whatever could be the concern? Fair enough. Well, I do appreciate that you're called waste management consultant, and you also made a joke about bins. So the general theme about kind of waste management is kind of consistent. Pescatarian eat fish. I thought they didn't eat fish. I thought that was the whole deal. So what? No, you're right. Pescatarian eat fish but don't eat meat. Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, that makes that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Yeah, sorry, fish. Pescatarian's not for you. You forgot Watford. Watford just That's probably a good one, fish. Watford are just outside of London. Oh, Mateta's through. Mateta finishes. Foul though. Don't eat meat. Now fish is mad. Yeah, fish is constantly mad. That's how you know. So Durwood's a pescatarian. So I'm gonna remember that now. Pescatarians don't eat meat, but they do eat fish. Hide fish. Hide fish. Hide fish. Durwood's in. Yeah. Fish needs to behave himself now. To be honest, I eat fish as well. Waste management consultant manages the waste. Thank you. So what does that mean in terms of you manage the waste? Like, is it like a manager job where you don't actually do anything? You just say, yeah, you put it over there. You put it over there. As a kind of waste management consultant, what are your responsibilities and why are you a consultant as well? Like, why does waste management require a consultant? What service is the consultant providing that the internal waste management team can't do? And how does one become a waste management consultant? Like, do you have to work in waste management to begin with, and then you decide to branch out as a consultant to different like jurisdictions? Like, how do you become a waste management consultant? I appreciate no one's ever gone into this much detail, but I'm curious. Yeah, it was a good goal by Mateta, but unfortunately ruled out. Oh my God! Did you see that from Eze? Was that Eze? Eze just whacked it top corner and then completely stood there, as cool as a cucumber. Sunny says, so you mean Man United, right? About what? Like, in terms of like waste management? Yeah. that would be a let me update the score for you guys. Delwood says thanks. They're just replaying the goal here. Ball went out wide to Saar. Saar beats his man. He kind of passed it to Eze, and the ball kind of slowly just kind of went past everyone. Eze, yeah, amazing goal. Amazing goal. Took a bit of a deflection, but still kind of ended up going in. Waste management here is garbage men. Yeah. Same here. Like that's also what we'd class as kind of waste management. So I'm curious as to why he's a consultant of waste management. Obviously, he's just trolling with the name, but even then, of all the things, though, why a consultant for waste management? Pixel says, "Let's go." Pixel says, Durwood, you're in the USA, right? Yes, says Durwood. So, USA is taking over, and then, but I'm an honorary because I visited once 2 months ago. Pixel's New Jersey, Durwood's Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. Muller almost signed for FC. Is that Cincinnati? Cincy. Is that Cincinnati? Bowler Boy 321 says 2-1. What's 2-1? Is it? Because this current game is 1-0. Are you referring to a different game there? James Olver. You might not necessarily be Oliver. James Oliver says, hi, how are you? I'm good. I just munched down a protein bar in about 5 seconds. So I'm good, but also feeling a bit sick. But how are you? Pixel used to know someone from Berea, Ohio. Very nice. Very nice. Avin says hi. Hello, Avin. How are you, Avin? Hope you're good, Avin. Man United, where careers go to die. Casemiro, Varane, Ronaldo, Cavani. The graveyard of football, and of course the biggest waste management process of the decade. Ah, that's why you said Man United earlier when we were talking about waste management. I've never quite talked about kind of waste management ever to this extent in the past, but I think calling Man United waste management is perhaps accurate. You'll never swim alone, fish, indeed. See, fish, you don't get this level of appreciation anywhere else. Everyone appreciates how crazy you are. Pixel says yes. Whew. It's a foul by Crystal Palace there. Sonny says, nah, they just want to fry you. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. John McGinn's on the ball. John McGinn and his gigantic backside are trying to dribble up the pitch. A waste management consultant, aka Sopranos bloke, says Liverpool, where nobody even wants to play, even when you're decent. Yes. Well, I guess we can only really dissent now that we're in first position. Ironic. Who are we actually cheering on? Crystal Palace or Villa? Villa have a bigger chance to beat City if they go through the final. True. I think I think Durwood might be supporting Palace, possibly. I'm happy to go with whatever people are supporting. I do know more Villa fans, so I perhaps wouldn't want Villa to win from that perspective. But you're right, Villa would have a bigger chance to beat City. Sonny says, "Man, I'm a Barca fan. Your words are empty to me, sorcerer." And the waste management consultant says, "As a Barca fan, you know Mascherano and Suarez." Sonny says, "Of course." Mascherano, I think he played a lot in centre-back for Barcelona. Coutinho, I mean, you've spelled Coutinho wrong there, but I'll let you off. Chewy Suarez. Chewy Suarez. That's quite a good slander name, I can't lie. Chewy Suarez. Floptinho. Durwood says, go Palace. I don't think Villa or Palace would win against City or Forest. Okay. So you think the other game would determine who the eventual winner would be? Ollie Watkins does nothing. Snuff says, ask waste management consultant if Liverpool will travel downhill next season. what his prediction are for where we are finishing. Yeah. So you said Liverpool are going to do a descent next season. I know you meant they were decent, but we're just taking you on your word. So you said there will be a descent next season. So what's your prediction for where Liverpool would finish next year? Crux Vantage says UCL, Barcelona or PSG. In terms of who I want to win or who I think will win. Well, considering that PSG knocked us out, I was going to say, therefore, I'd have to go with Barcelona. I think Forest would have a good chance of winning it all, says Durwood. It would be nice. I like it when kind of different teams, win things. You know what I mean? Like, not always City, not always. Other than Liverpool, of course. But I like it when like some teams come out of nowhere and then win things. Like when Leicester won it, that was nice, wasn't it? That was kind of cute, wasn't it? So yeah, I'd be happy with Forest winning it. Sunny Hajawari says Visca Barca, Visca Catalonia. Is it Visca or is it Visa? Like, am I pronouncing that wrong? Pixel might know. But if it's like Visca or something else. Well, Pixel has a Liverpool kit with tags on. I might have to wear it on Saturday. As in tomorrow, as in on Sunday. But yeah, you will have to. Which kit is it? I think you've mentioned this before, I think you've mentioned this before. But yeah. Gotta do it. UCL Barcelona. Yeah. I think if we can kind of consider the teams left, it's what? Barcelona, Inter, PSG, Arsenal. So Arsenal, we definitely don't want to win it. Then probably PSG. Then, like, I wouldn't mind if Inter won it, to be fair. Have no kind of ill will towards Inter, but yeah, probably Barcelona. Sunny says, trust me, the last time we were in a semi-final, corner taken quickly, F you for... Oh yeah, was that the last time? Yeah. I still remember that quite clearly. Pixel says, I want Athletic Club to win the Europa. Is that Bilbao? That's the same one, right? Bilbao with Williams. Yeah, I'm happy provided it's not Man United or Spurs. The Tough Squad Adventures says rap with lots of P's and lots of exclamation marks. That's Catalan, so I'm not sure. Fair. The 2019 Premier League, the Paisley tribute. Nice. Well, tomorrow's as good a day as any. Tomorrow is as good a day as any. Cole Palmer says he's a Plymouth fan and we've got relegated to League One. Great day right now. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear about your relegation. Do you reckon you'll come back up? Is Plymouth the team that knocked us out of the FA Cup? Or is that someone else? But at least you're taking it well, to be fair. At least you're taking it well. Taking it on the chin. At least you're not crying about it like some people would. So there's a positive. Yes. And then all the horrors, 8-2 Bayern, yeah. And that picture of like a Messi just looking up, like just completely exhausted, and it says 8-2 in the corner, yeah. Free kick to Villa here. What are they going to do? Absolutely nothing. Mateta's looking good, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if Mateta gets a move. I'd take Mateta over Darwin Núñez any day. Sonny says, and I think what hurts more is that Madrid won 2 more after that. So yeah, tough to be a Barcelona fan, but still, this year we might prevail. Yeah, it looks like this year is going to be a better year for you, especially after kind of how poorly Madrid did in the after how poorly they did in the Champions League, and you're still in it. Imagine this Palace with Olise still. Yeah, they'd they'd be looking even more dangerous. Elise is one of those players that I'm quite disappointed we didn't end up getting, to be honest. I always thought he was really good. Sinus says Inter will beat y'all. I'm so sorry. You will hate a lot of teams nowadays. Oh, so you think Inter will Inter would go through over Barcelona? Who knows, man. I kind of zone out once Liverpool go out. to be honest with you. Bagwell says hi. Hello. Yeah. Kvara, Elise. Players Liverpool should have bought. Yeah. Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? You then have you still have Salah, but you'd have, Elise learning from Salah, maybe even Salah learning bits from Elise. And then you don't have to necessarily make Salah play 90 minutes every single game. It will be interesting to see if this year they finally bring in some sort of kind of cover for Salah, because they're gonna need to do it. Salah's gonna be like 33 or something. So yeah, I think they're gonna need to bring in some sort of cover for Salah or some sort of succession plan for Salah this summer. Inter definitely going to define them. All right, so you reckon they'll get through over Barcelona? I haven't really seen too much of Inter, this year, but I'm gonna need to start paying more attention to them. Jeremy Clarkson, 84 Roblox. interesting combination of names. Says hi, where you're from? I'm from the UK. How about you, Jeremy Clarkson? Barcelona so open at the back, and Inter's defense is crazy. Yeah, how good's Inter's attack though? I know they've got Martinez, Lautaro. Is Thuram still there? Marcus Thuram. Inter's attack is better, Inter's defense is better, but I think Barcelona's attack is better. Let me just pause the timer because the first half is over and done with. How many car you have and which ones? I actually don't have a car, as weird as that sounds. I have a license, I have a driving license, but I don't really need a car, kind of thing. Mostly kind of work from home. I got a train station nearby, and when I go on holiday, I don't drive to the airport. I just catch a cab. So yeah, never been much of a car or a Top Gear person, I guess. La Toro is bad, but Marcus Thuram is there. Mehdi Taram's not much better. They've got a few strikers there that can do some damage. Okay. What was the AC Milan result the other day? Did they lose that? I remember it was on a similar time, wasn't it? 3-0. Wow. Yeah, 3-0 for Milan. And Inter were at home. 2 for Luka Jovic and 1 for Reinders. 3-0 to AC Milan. Yeah, crazy result. Crazy. Definitely crazy. Pixel says, I'm going to be lurking, going to get some Oblivion. Sounds good. We need you to get ahead, because then you can help me when I'm looking for Martin or whoever the next person is. But yeah, enjoy. Hope it's good. I might play tomorrow. Maybe tonight. We'll see. Jeremy Clarkson said, okay, have a good day. If you don't have a car, I'm not interested. Fair enough. Chelsea rejects got over the line. Yeah. Chelsea get all these players. I kind of partly feel like they very rarely give them enough of a chance. And then they go and then they go elsewhere and they end up doing pretty good. Interesting. Sonny's on the ball there, saying both are at home. Don't they share the same stadium? Yeah, of course. That's a good point, actually. San Siro. Anything can happen. If AC score 3, we can score 4. I thought you were a Barcelona fan, or do you also support Inter? We were just talking about the Barcelona, the Inter AC Milan game. Or we can, concede 5. That can certainly happen as well. Snuff says he just answered my question. Fair enough. But AC Milan also beat Real Madrid away at Bernabeu. So, I mean, Milan is bad but can do stuff, yeah. They got quality players. Quality players always have a way of turning things around. Sonny says, I like to be a realist. When 8-2 happened, anything can happen. Yeah. But I think you're in a good position. I think you're in a good position this year. Even though you perhaps don't necessarily have, the mega superstars like Messi anymore. You've got a good team. Granted that there can be some improvements at the back, but with kind of Lewandowski, Yamal, Pedri, I reckon you can be looking pretty good. Got a good manager as well. Milan can win if they really tried. Yeah, they've got the quality. They definitely got the quality in multiple positions. So I think I think anyone can kind of win on the day. It's not like one team is significantly better than the other. Sunny says, "We get it, Snus. You're a Madrid fanboy. You want Barcelona to lose. Interesting. Hence why I am saying Inter kept a clean sheet against Arsenal at home. So I think Inter will go to the final. Of course, Barcelona got a great squad. Just don't want you in the final. Sorry, sorry. Highline, mate. Highline, mate. Waste management consultant says you have referees always have a chance. I guess that is another variable. That could be that can be added to the mix there. Refereeing decisions can have a big impact. International Glacier says, "Are you falling asleep or some teeth into? You look tired." I am very tired. I am extremely tired. We've been doing this for like 3 hours, and I haven't really eaten. So yeah, pretty tired. I hate Madrid and I hate Barcelona. That is the kind of common theme. Lewandowski is questionable. He's not playing tonight. Is he not playing tonight? Is there a reason he's not playing tonight? Is he injured or is he just out of form? I wonder what the reason is. Couldn't your club can afford ref? What team do you support? Are they broke? He supports Liverpool. We are kind of broke. Well, we like to act like we're broke, but I'm not convinced we're quite as broke as we say that we are. UEFA loan. Injury hamstring, right? Okay. A hamstring injury. That's a shame. Good striker. Somehow defying the laws of physics and still performing at a high level at his age. But yeah, if with Lewandowski not playing tonight, I think it could have a significant impact on the result. Okay. Well, so I think the second half is gonna start soon. I'm just gonna grab a drink because I'm thirsty as hell. But I'll be back in like 2 minutes once I get through this. Seems like Waste Management guy is back. Seems like Waste Management guy is back. Asked Waste Management if Liverpool will travel downhill next season. What's his prediction? Where we're finishing? Well, there's a question for you there, Waste Management. So if you think Liverpool are going to travel downhill next season, what's your prediction for where they will finish? Do you think they'll still get top 4? Do you think they'll finish in like Man United positions, like 14th? That is the question. The consultant of Waste Management says Liverpool 3rd next season. Okay. So interesting. Who do you think will be first and who do you think will come second? Rash the Bandit says, "Hello, I'm new." Hello, Rash the Bandit. Hope you're good. I like your picture. Is that from the last... is that Jordan Henderson in the middle? Is that from the last time we won the Premier League? But yeah, looks good. Sunny says the worst will be fourth position, in my opinion. Okay. So you think Liverpool will drop off, but no worse than fourth. That's perhaps a reasonable expectation. I do think the team is going to change significantly in the summer, and even if it's all the right moves, sometimes new players need time to bed in. It's not necessarily a given that it'll be automatic success. Waste management consultant says City win it, Arsenal second. Fair enough. Do you think City will win it purely based on Rodri coming back, or do you think they'll strengthen in certain positions? Snow says, I can see us being third, depending on our squad and summer. Yeah. We're definitely going to lose quite a few players this summer. It'll be interesting to kind of see it'll be interesting to kind of see who comes in and whether they'll kind of bang immediately. Sonny says, isn't Pep leaving, or did he get more Qatar money? I don't think he's leaving. I think he signed a new contract. I'd love him to leave. Connor Carstens, you've got a bogey, mate. It's on your cheekbone. I think that's a white hair, you know. See? I think it's just white hair shining on the light, unfortunately, which is arguably a worse thing. I'd rather have a bogey, but what can you do? Varsno second place medal. Gotta love this. 4-time second place in the row. Yeah, we should give them like some sort of, I don't know. Do they get a trophy? Do they get a trophy for second place? Yeah. I wanted to say I kind of feel bad for them, but to be honest, at this point, probably not. Waste management consultant says strengthen. Yeah. Durwood says, I love Liverpool, but we were really lucky this season. We didn't play well in all games. Yeah, we didn't. There's like quite a few games where like I think we got, I don't want to say lucky, but there were quite a few games where we just about made it through the kind of skin of our teeth kind of thing. And yeah, I think if the opposition was like a bit better, they would have probably punished us a bit more. So I think we do need to kind of make some sort of, we do need to kind of strengthen in the summer, but inevitably when you make change, sometimes it could, when you make changes, you don't necessarily succeed instantly. They clearly get chest every time they get second place, so keep it 5-6 second place. Yeah, second place seems to kind of be what they kind of, you know, what they second half is just starting. Give me a second. I'm just setting the timer. Looks like Mateta is going to be taking this. Yeah, they do kind of have like a lot of chest for kind of teams who kind of repeatedly finish second and don't really necessarily achieve anything. I don't know if it's just like Arsenal fans online or kind of Arsenal fans everywhere, but it is a bit peculiar. Saitama says Liverpool are terrible, and then also said hi. They are kind of terrible. They're a bit like Boros. Was it Lord Boros? Is he the one in One Punch Man? Lord Boros. And then second season with the Centipede. We're probably more like the Centipede than we are kind of Lord Boros, if I'm honest. Akun Gratis says hello from Indonesia. Hello, Akun. Hope you're doing good. Sunny says Arteta has been building a squad for the past 5 years, and all they get is an FA Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I think the other kind of funny part of it is, like, he got that FA Cup before he kind of built the squad, if you know what I mean. which is kind of the funniest thing. Like he got the FA Cup before he spent all this money on players. Because I remember there was Aubameyang who kind of won the FA Cup. There was, who else was there? Lacazette. So he won the FA Cup, but it wasn't even with his players. So then once he bought these players, that's when that's that's kind of when, you know, things kind of went south. Snus says, I hope you guys beat Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. So I mean, cannot be a Real Madrid fanboy, but I cannot stand either of you, Barcelona or Real Madrid. Kind of just saying, yeah. So kind of not really a fan of either by the looks of it. No, they got one FA and two majors plates, Community Shield. It is a bit bizarre sometimes when these managers kind of count the Community Shield as like a genuine trophy, because it's not a genuine trophy. It's just a training exercise. Like, it's just like a pre-season thing used for kind of fitness. So that, in reality, even though he did win the FA Cup, he kind of did it without his players. So you could argue to a certain degree that it was actually Emery. Because it was Emery's team with kind of Aubameyang, Lacazette and so forth. Yeah. And Sonny said, and don't forget the ball was heavy or something. Didn't Arteta blame the ball? Yeah. Comes out with the most bizarre excuses, shall we say. Let's see. Just volleyed by Villa, but saved. I think it was John McGinn and his giant backside. Sly Cat's Clip says kid behind the camera was arrested yesterday. Well, that's certainly interesting. It's the same ball we are using in the Premier League. Yes, yeah. Arteta has just a volley by Villa, but it just goes wide. Arteta has a tendency to kind of complain about the most, the most kind of rudimentary things. Didn't he say over my dead body Liverpool would win the league this year? Well, it looks like they are. So still looks alive to me. Crossed in by Villa. Finesco says, "Hey, your accent is showing, dog." Fair enough. It wasn't the same ball we use in the Premier League. I mean, either way, just like complaining about the ball. It's kind of pathetic, if I'm honest. Martinez catches it though. Yeah, Villa need to show a bit more here. Ooh, Eze's gone down. Is that a penalty? He's pointing at the spot. Palace might go 2-0 up here. Looks like it looks like it's a penalty to Palace. No, it wasn't the same ball. The FA are against them. There's something wrong in the league. Tie from AFTV. Yeah, it's because it was raining, and we mustn't forget that it's been raining. Mateta's stepping up now. Got a good feeling about this. Got a very good feeling about this. Martinez doing his little jump up and down. Mateta steps up, short step up. Oh, here he hit it wide. What was that? That was a bit underwhelming. Delwood says no, no, indeed. He didn't even get it on target. They're just showing the replay here. Yeah, completely missed. Completely missed the goal. Let's go back to the incident 20 years ago. Yeah, that's that's classic Thai. It was Ryan Babel's fault in 2009. And whatever happened to Robert Pires in 2005? Maupay, you're a disgrace. I hope Brighton get relegated. He's a disgrace of the week, apparently. He's a disgrace of the week for every single week. Yeah. Why does he hate Maupay so much? Is there a reason for that? Curious. Fish is back saying, hi, sorry, this is your mom. That's fine. That's okay. That's good to know as well. Let's see what Mateta can do here. Nah, not much. See, now you've done it the right way around, Fish. Now I can read that backwards and say, okay, now I understand what Fish is saying. I did say it backwards. I hate Mazraoui. Is there a reason that you hate Mazraoui? Is there something that Mazraoui does that angers you significantly? Sunny says he tackled Leno and he was injured, and Maupay was saying something to him, and it began the most beautiful butterfly effect because Martinez was introduced to the world. The rest is history. Okay. Fair enough. So that's when Martinez first came into the Arsenal team. So really, I mean, Ty should be happy because I think they sold Martinez for a decent amount of money. So kind of what's the issue? Abeliosis is here saying hello. Hello, Abeliosis. Hope you're good. Me, I am exhausted, but I hope you're good. We did the Newcastle game before this and this game immediately after, so yeah, pretty tiring. But let's see if Villa can get something back. Ball booted up. Oh my god, what a goal. Was that Sarr? Nice. About like 25 yards out. Yeah, Derwood says, let's go, Sarr. Where did he get that from? Man, if Palace are 2-0 up, it's gonna be pretty hard. It's gonna be pretty hard for Villa to come back from that. Snus says Crystal Palace could have been 4-0 up. One missed penalty and one goal rule out. Yeah, Villa haven't really offered much of anything. For one, it's kind of expected a bit more. Could Martinez have got to? Yeah, it's been a disappointing showing from Villa. Abeliosis says, "Did you hear about Arne Slot getting sacked?" I did hear that. Yeah, the news came out today that he got sacked. Apparently, he's due a bonus if we win the Premier League. So if they sack him the day before we win the Premier League, they don't need to pay him the bonus. So it's a purely economical decision. I think it's a short term. It's just very short term decision because you're gonna need Slot next season. So what are you gonna do? But yeah. Our owners are stingy. Fish says yay indeed. Sunny says, oh, I just remember Maupay was also the one to score the winner. Okay, and the whole AFTV crew was livid. My favorite AFTV moment. So did that happen after the Leno incident, or did that happen before? Abelius also says joke. Wait, actually, I was kidding. Wait, no. Were you? I was kidding as well. Or was I? Maybe I was being serious. NFTV. I think you meant to type AFTV, but N isn't even next to A on the keyboard, so I don't know how you did that. Hugo Ekitike assist. Is it Nauf goal right now? Wow. Ekitike is who are they playing? It's Frankfurt, right? Can you say I don't know what vermis means. Abeliosis says, oh, gotta go now, bye. No problem. Take care, Abeliosis. In the same match, wow. In the same match where that thing happened with Leno, he then scored the winner. Okay, no, no wonder they No wonder they don't like him then. There's a corner now. I think it's a corner to Villa. Crossed in, but nothing much happened. 1-0 Frankfurt versus Leipzig. Ooh, okay. Be interesting to see what happens with that one. Fish says, who's going to win tomorrow? Gornik, Zabze, or Legia Warsaw? I think Warsaw for definite. I think Warsaw got this, man. Second half just began. Is that in Frankfurt, Leipzig, I presume? Ah, yes. Durwood says change the score, yes. I have been getting better at that. But my powers are waning. I think we're almost 3.5 hours in. But it's a good thing I have you guys here to remind. Yes, in the Frankfurt Leipzig game. Okay. I see. It'll be interesting to see whether Frankfurt can hold on to that. See, even there, Villa try to do something and just lose the ball instantly. Sonny says, I know about Sol Campbell moved to Arsenal, Ashley Cole to Chelsea. Do Liverpool also have traitors, and who's the most popular? As in, who's the most popular traitor? Who's the most popular traitor for Liverpool? Possibly Michael Owen, possibly Fernando Torres. Right now, it's Michael Owen on reflection. But I think the Michael Owen kind of traitorish thing was more because he went to United, not so much to Madrid. But yeah, probably Owen, possibly McManaman as well. Steve McManaman back in the day, possibly as well. Ali says, I subbed. Thank you, Ali. Appreciate that very much, Ali. Durwood says, we got your back. I appreciate that. You guys are always kind of reminding me to update the score. So thank you for that. Yeah, Snus says, let's be real. You never change the score, even if you just started. Yeah. I'm getting very, very slightly better at it, but yeah, I still need to be reminded. Fish says, no, Granit, Xhaka, and Javi. I think you're just naming random players now, Fish. Well, you did it well. Gotta give you an applause. Yeah, I'll take the applause, 100%. Galaxy is Polish. Yeah, Peter Galaxy, right? Goalkeeper. Michael Owen to United. Yeah, he's probably, even though it wasn't directly from us to United. Yeah, I think overall he's perhaps viewed as the biggest traitor. Alex ND says, I asked my dad for some money and he said no because his OnlyFans didn't do well this month. Well, it's because I didn't subscribe to him this month, but if he posts more like feet pictures, I'll subscribe next month. And then the OnlyFans should be good. Fish is on a mad mon, and when will we change? Says, bro, do you mind not doing this, please? It's distracting. Sonny said, wasn't Owen phenomenal for Liverpool, but he did fall off hard. Yeah, he was. He won the Ballon d'Or for Liverpool back in the day. I remember being quite disappointed when he left because we got like £8 million for him. Plus Antonio Nunes, who was like a bang average winger. I would say he kind of fell off because of injuries and things. Eventually, he was very, very fast when he was young. He was very rapid. But then as he gets more injuries, he gets a bit slower. And then eventually he didn't have his pace anymore. And then, he struggled a bit there. Fish says, hey girl. So the fish has some riz. Yeah. Let's see if Villa can do anything. For a team who's 2-0 down, like in a cup competition, they're not really showing much urgency, should we say. Let's see if Tielemans can do anything of some use. He cannot, is the answer. Fish says, I have FG backwards. That's good to know. As always, as with all the things you tell us, Fish, that's good to know. Sonny says, what's Alan Shearer's Premier League goal record and who do you see breaking it? Last I checked, and I'll check it again, but last I checked, like he's well ahead. The only person who really had much of a chance of breaking it, I think, was Harry Kane, but that's not going to happen now unless he comes back. 260 is it? Okay. 260 is Alan Shearer. What's Salah and like Harry Kane and those guys on? Yeah, I think I've just got the page up as well. So Alan Shearer 260, 213, 213 for Kane, 208 for Rooney, 187 for Andy Cole. Do you remember him? You remember Andy Cole? 184 for Salah. So right now Salah is joint fifth place with Aguero. So if Salah scores one more, he goes into fifth place. If he scores 3 more, he'll go into fourth. So Salah could quite easily become fourth top scorer this year, but I don't think he'll reach Alan Shearer. The thing is with Alan Shearer, he played Premier League pretty much his whole life, didn't he? He used to play for Blackburn, then Newcastle, so that certainly makes it a bit easier. Yeah, so 260 is Alan Shearer's goal. Salah is on 184. Kane is on 210. Yeah. Yeah, 213. 2-0 Frankfurt and one red card for Leipzig. Oh, okay. So Leipzig probably not coming back in that one then. Fish says, I want presents from Santa, but what kind of presents do you want, Fish? What type of presents specifically? I think Salah can go to 220, 230-ish goals if he does. 20-30 for 2 years. Yeah. So 220, 230-ish, that would put him... Oh, he could probably beat Harry Kane's record then. Because he's on 184 now. So let's call it... Would it be like 190 by the end of the season maybe? And then 20-ish. Yeah, I reckon he could get there. But no one surpassed Alan Shearer for a while. Yeah, Durwood said that Salah's got 2 more years. Anything is possible. Yeah. It could go into second place, which would be amazing. Which would be pretty amazing for a Chelsea reject. Aaron Yeager says, Yo, Aaron. Is it Aaron or is it Aaron? I think it's Aaron, but do correct if that's incorrect. Now second goal. Yeah, Leipzig are not coming back. 100% not coming back. So Sonny says, so does Salah make it into Premier League all-time right winger ahead of Ronaldo? A lot of Man United and Liverpool fans argue who deserve it more in your opinion. I mean, could we put Ronaldo on the left? Who would be losing out if we put Ronaldo on the left? Or have they put like Thierry Henry on the left in their squads that they've built? I certainly think Salah probably did more in the Premier League, but I think Ronaldo perhaps peaked for Real Madrid. That's why. Ronaldo on the left could be an option. Because Ronaldo was the last player to win Ballon d'Or, and everything there is to win in a single season. True. I mean, it depends what you value. Some people might value longevity. We can certainly say Salah's done it every single year for the past 8 years. Some people might value that, but some people might value individual seasons a bit more. Yeah, if he keeps up 30 goals per year for 2 years, 184 plus, let's say, 40 to 50 is what I'm thinking. Yeah. So from a Premier League perspective, he definitely beat Harry Kane. But I don't think anyone's going to beat Shearer for a while. Shearer's just too far ahead. Robbie Fowler's in position number 9 for the top goal scorer list. Another Liverpool player. Michael Owen in 11th. Emil Heskey in position 27th, 110 goals. That's pretty good. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I can't read that out, Fish. You're getting more and more unhinged. Kane could have beaten Shearer, but he went to Bayern for some weird reason. Yeah. I think he was desperate to win kind of some... Ooh, Tielemans does nothing. I think Kane was desperate to win some kind of trophy. And in many ways, going to Bayern was a given. Like an easiest way to go to win a trophy was going to Bayern. Now, I appreciate he's been there for almost 2 years and still hasn't won anything, but he was perhaps faced with a decision. Do you want to get the goal record or do you want to win some trophies? And fair enough, he valued the trophy, which I understand, to be fair. Sonny said, but let's be honest, you can't leave Henry out on the left wing. Probably the greatest Premier League player. That's the problem. Also, Ronaldo wasn't a left winger in Man United, more of a right midfielder, right winger. Yeah. It's tough. I would say Salah probably did more in the Premier League than Ronaldo did. But I think Ronaldo is overall the better player. So if you're saying to me, based on Premier League alone, who would I put in right wing? Probably Salah. But if you say to me, let's take the best version of Ronaldo and let's take the best version of Salah, who are you putting there? I'd put Ronaldo there. Best version of Ronaldo, the Real Madrid version was absolutely amazing. Sonny says Kane went for trophies. Spurs will not give him anything other than anxiety and misery. And England, let's be honest, always fail at the last hurdle. Yes. You could certainly say Kane is part of the reason for that, given how he skied that penalty over the bar for France. But yeah, he just wanted a couple of trophies, I think, which I understood. I understand. I know everyone kind of makes fun of him, but he's still kind of one of the best strikers we've had for years. And if he wants to win a few trophies, fine. Bayern is 8 points clear of Bayer Leverkusen. So, I mean, he will win something this year. But they got Eric Dyer, mate. Harry Kane, mate. High line for life, mate. They've got that Spurs DNA, so you never know. You never know. Like, if Bayern failed to win a trophy this year, it's not even Spurs DNA. It's just a fact then. Son is still getting nothing. Oh yeah, poor Son. Of all of them, I like Son the most. He seems like a nice person. Yeah. But yeah. He's one who I'd like to see kind of win a trophy because he seems like a good person. Fish says, I like Dean Henderson with love hearts for eyes. So are you trying to say that you fancy Dean Henderson? Because Thiago has a response for you here. So we have Thiago, but possibly Ronaldo as a picture. Says Gao Gao Gay. So that's possibly to you, Fish, or it could be to me. I'm not 100% sure. Eric Dyer and Harry Kane will actually win something. They should have brought Son with them. They should have done. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Son win a trophy because as I said, he comes across as a nice person. But maybe that shows nice guys finish last in some ways. He's stuck around and he's not going to win anything. Sunny says, I can't believe you're a Premier League channel and I didn't ask the most important question. Rank them. Paul Scholes or Frank Lampard? Well, firstly, to be fair, we cover all the games. So we do Premier League, Champions League, Nations League, pretty much all of them. But yeah, in terms of that ranking, probably Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes. Some days I feel like Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard, but yeah, Gerrard would always be the number one. Fish says, mate, I like him as in he's my favorite Palace player. He's beautiful. Okay, I'm sure Dean Henderson will appreciate the fact that you think he's beautiful. Are there any other players that you think are beautiful? Or is it purely a Dean Henderson type of thing? Would be very, very interesting to know. Waste management consultant says Dean Henderson makes a random predictable save. Oh my god, I love Dean Henderson. Yeah, we used to we do that with Chiesa right now. If Chiesa plays like the most basic 5-yard pass, we're like, oh my god, that's so good. That's so good. What an amazing pass. Yeah. Thiago says Messi or Ronaldo. Probably Messi, to be honest, but both very good. Waste management consultant says Alemeo. Snow says Gerrard, Lampard. I'd rather have Michael Carrick over Scholes instead. Fair enough. I think Pixel's playing a game, so I think you might get away with that. Fish says, sir, do Europa and Conference League? Yeah, we do. We do those as well. I don't want to hear the Europa anthem here. Stick to Champions League, not a Sevilla fan voice. Stick. Sunny says stick to the big competitions. To be honest, most of the time we do the big competitions, but like if it's like a Thursday, and we think Man United are gonna get battered, we might watch like Lyon versus Man United, and then Man United get through, and then we just feel bad about ourselves. So Fish says top 10 beautiful footballers in my opinion. So Dean Henderson's on your list. Who else is on your list? If there's a top 10, you got to have at least 9 others, right? Yeah, Villa playing rubbish, man. Yeah, there's no chance in hell I could do the Real Madrid Barcelona game today. Just talking for like 4 hours straight is pretty tiring. Okay, so this is this is Fish's top 10 beautiful players list. 10 is himself. Okay, fair enough. 9 is Messi. 8 is Creswell. 7 is Kivio. So, you know, sporting the Polish players. 6 is me. I'm position number 6. I'll take that. 5 is Super Nanny. Is that like Jill Scott or something? 4 is me. So your position 10 and your position 4. Number 3 is Ronaldo. Number 2 is Kabi Mainu. Number 1 is Carlos Vela. Fish, you are the most random person ever, but it's a good randomness, I can't lie. Gerard Lampard, KDB, there you go. So are those your top three Premier League midfielders? Zero Dean. Right, so Dean Henderson is outside of the ranking. He's that good looking. I'm surprised no one's mentioned Loris Karius, but hey ho, we don't have to go. We don't have to. No one wants to. Only if there is another 7-0 in Old Trafford and with Jamie laughing at Neville and Keane, only then we can accept a Europa contest. Okay, fair enough. Maybe next season we might get another 7-0. Waste management consultant says, beautiful footballers, Wayne Rooney, Peter Crouch and Dwight York. He says, shall I go on? And I'm tempted to say yes, because I think you might be messing with us. I don't think Peter Crouch is all that bad looking. Wayne Rooney is an interesting choice. And like, I don't think a blind person would pick Dwight York. Well, Katie Price did. But yeah, look at her. It's Wayne Rooney. Sunny said Paolo Maldini's also Hampton, and don't forget Kaka. Yeah, Kaka's another one. I'm putting my vote in for Loris Karius though. Father of son's dad. So you're the grandfather in some ways, because you're the father of the son's dad. So grandfather Walter White says hi. Hello, Walter White, aka father of son's dad. Forget Scholes and Carrick. Yeah. Hugo Ekitike, goal number 3. Ekitike on fire, by the looks of it. Yeah, Leipzig aren't coming back, are they? Because they're 3-0 down now. And they've got a man sent off. Ain't gonna happen. Yeah, this stream seems to have descended into best looking footballers or worst looking footballers, but that's fine. Scott Carson, yeah, he's another one. Top 10 hottest footballers. I thought you've already done that, Fish. Why are you doing it again? Milinkovic is number 1. Number 2 is me. So I've gone up the rankings. I was number 6 before. I'm also number 3. Ugarte, Keane, Livramento, Pope, Map, Ravenous, Rio Ferdinand. Doesn't his personality just put you off though? Kivior, Podolski, and me. Okay. So I have multiple positions here. I appreciate that. Father of Son's dad, aka Walter White, aka I am the danger, says Flick gonna win another treble. Possible. He's showing himself to be a very good manager. Carlos Tevez, waste management consultant, is deliberately picking the most ugly looking footballers we've ever seen. So, waste management consultant's good looking list is Dwight York, Carlos Tevez. Oh, God. Angelo Stiller. We'll add him to the list. Snus says he's not Inter beating Barca. Oh, he's not Inter Milan beating Barcelona. Possible. I mean, Inter got the better defense. Barcelona got the better attack. It's tough to see. It's tough to see who will prevail, right? Like at the start of this game, I would have said Villa are going to win this, but Villa have been rubbish. And Palace are 2-0 up. What do you mean by hottest? If anger, then 1 Keane, 2 Gattuso, 3 everyone comes later. Yeah, I presume when Fish said hottest, he meant... Oh, right, I thought you meant best looking, as in hottest. But do you mean anger? You need to clarify what you mean, Fish. You need to clarify what you mean by hottest. The waste management consultant from Sopranos says, I used to hate Rio's personality, even as a United fan, but since he's retired, I like him. Okay, fair enough. What do you like about him? I find him quite annoying, to be honest. I know he gets a lot of flack. He probably isn't as bad as what he gets. Here's a question though: what Man United players do people like? I like Ruben Amorim. He seems like a good person. Top 5 sexiest men. I'm in position number 1. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Number 2, Creswell. Number 3, Tierney. Number 4, me again. I command 2 positions here. And number 5, Fish. Okay. Well, I'm honored to be in position number 1 and also position number 4. Frankfurt running away with it by the looks of it. Robin Koch, which is the perfect player when given the topic. He used to play for Leeds, didn't he? Did he used to play for Leeds? But yeah, Leipzig doing terribly. Bernice says, hey, what's up? How are you? I'm good, Bernice. But I know everyone always says I'm good. In reality, I'm absolutely exhausted because we've done 2 games back to back, which is 4 hours worth. So after this, I'm going to have a long rest. But yeah, I'm good. How are you? Durwood's favourite says, Harry Maguire is my favourite Man United player. What is it about Harry Maguire? Is it the kind of bemused facial expression he always has? Is it the gigantic forehead? Is it the hairstyle? Is it the giant nose? Or is it just the gormless look? He does have a certain endearing quality to him, shall we say. Harry Maguire. What was the manager name who won Champions League with Liverpool? And also, is King Kenny legacy can be topped by Salah? Well, as in who's won the Champions League? So most recently, Jurgen Klopp. Before that, Rafa Benitez, 2005. Can King Kenny legacy be topped by Salah? Probably not. Because I think typically things from a historical perspective are kind of viewed more highly. King Kenny's also got a statue outside Anfield, I believe. There's also the Kenny Dalglish stand, which is the one opposite. So if you come out the main stand, and then the stand directly opposite is the Kenny Dalglish stand. So yeah, I don't think his legacy will be topped. Yeah, I think he used to play for Leeds. Waste management consultant says Juan Mata was the last really likable United player. Yeah, he did a thing, didn't he, where he donated 1% of his salary to charity or something like that. Like every week he'd donate 1% of his salary to charity, and if he was on like 100 grand a week, that's £1,000 a week. That's amazing. You don't see players doing that enough. Bernice says, I'm also fine, dude. Where are you from? I'm from the UK, from England. How about you? Is that Ben Chilwell? Is that Ben Chilwell? It is Ben Chilwell. I had no idea he went to Crystal Palace. But fair enough. Onana's definitely the best Man United player. He's definitely the best one to watch. Sometimes I just watch games just to check if he's going to fluff anything up. And quite often he does. Durwood says, all of the above. I felt bad for him when he was removed from captain, but he's so unreliable that makes him my favourite, especially when they play Liverpool. Yeah, I did feel bad for him as well. It's not nice, is it, to kind of be removed as captain but still have to kind of play in the team. Yeah, it's not a nice thing to go through. But I guess the compliment I'd give him is, in many ways, he's come out the other side, kind of looking a lot stronger, and he's come out better the other side. So fair enough. Bernice says, oh, nice. Sonny's favourite is Harry Maguire, but I can see the hatred when he does no look defending after being transferred for 80 million. But when he is good, he is good. Yeah, he had a period, didn't he, where he just kept messing up like every single game. Ooh, Palace are through here. Good finish by Sarr. And guess what? I'm going to update the score. The protein bar has finally been absorbed and it's gone to my head, and I can remember to update the score now. The manager's celebrating. Maguire and Onana, they are a great match in the back, yeah. Unfortunately, Maguire seems to be in decent form now, but yeah, Onana's just comical, isn't he? The amount of times he's beaten at his near post is a source of great concern, should we say? Sarr seals the game. Indeed, he does. Good finish by this Sarr guy. He scored from outside the box, didn't he? The second goal. And this goal here, even though he had a 1-on-1, it's not the easiest finish. Is this the Sarr that used to play for Watford? I can't believe they're through to the final. But good for them. United need to buy Upamecano, so you got Maguire, Upamecano, and Onana. Yeah. If that happened, I'd watch them. I'd watch them every game just for the quality. Yeah, 100%. And bring back Ten Hag. Amorim's worse than Ten Hag. Yeah. I guess it's tough. It's tough to say. Ten Hag did spend a lot of money, and never really found a combination that worked, despite kind of spending all that money. With Amorim, I think you can give him the benefit of the doubt that he hasn't bought his own players yet. Um, he hasn't bought his own players yet. He's new to the country, new to the league. I don't think they should fire him. I think they should at least give him a year, let him bring in his own players, see what he can do. Yeah, I think if they got rid of him now, it would be too soon. No look defending trademark by the GOAT Harry Maguire. Also, the Gea anger towards him restored my faith in humanity. Squarehead, what are you doing? Love it. Yeah, it was a funny time, shall we say. Harry Maguire is likable because he's semi decent now, and he came back from being terrible. Yeah, right now he's playing all right. When he was the captain and he was like making mistakes every game, and was there that game where like he held like Luke Shaw back and then there was a goal? I think it was against Spurs. Like it was just one disaster after another, but like he seems to be playing better now. I don't know if it's partly down to Man United's formation that now they play three at the back, so there's a bit of extra protection. Maybe that helps. But yeah, in terms of disasters, he doesn't really have disasters anymore. Durwood says, yes, he played for Watford, yeah. Yeah, it's the same Saul then. He's looked pretty good. He's looked pretty good this game. Does he fancy a move up north? I think that's the important question. Pragya says, hello from India. Hello. Hope you are good. Hope you are doing well. Full time, by the way. But it doesn't count because he was so bad. He was so bad in the first place. Yeah. So I think Waste Management is saying he has redeemed himself, but considering how bad he was originally, it doesn't count for much. Pragya says, "Hey, from which country? I'm from UK. From UK, England. I still respect his character. Yeah, I respect the fact that he came back. He came back from a terrible time. You know what I mean? And he came back into a decent bit of form. I think that shows a certain level kind of mental strength, which I didn't think he'd have, but he has. So fair play to him. But you know what? If they make him the main guy again, maybe things would go badly for him again, if you know what I mean. So don't make him captain, but keep him there in the squad. Keep him there as an emergency striker when you need a goal, and then yeah, he can add value. He can be valuable. Oh yeah. Maguire kicking Paul Pogba. That was and Pogba's reaction to that was pretty funny, wasn't it? Got him giving credit for that. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. I remember when he kicked Pogba, pretty sure in the face. Yeah, I need to watch that. I need to watch that on YouTube again because it's pretty funny. Harry the Fridge Clumsy Maguire, indeed. Harry the Fridge Clumsy Maguire. Turning circle of a fridge, but if you put a fridge up top when you need a goal, a fridge can have some value. Sunny says, most loved footballer, N'Golo Kante. Most hated by his own fans, Harry Maguire. Always there for the opposition. But do you think it's more Onana now? If anything, the kind of hatred for their own fans is now more. It's now more of a it's now more of an Onana thing now. Durwood says, see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, Durwood. Take care. See you tomorrow. I love Harry Maguire. Give him a lifetime contract at United. Yeah, give Onana one as well, I think. Speaking of Pogba, what the hell was with Pogba going to Juventus, back to United, then got voodoo by his brother or something? Man, it's crazy. Yeah, the whole situation was a bit bizarre, wasn't it? Um, he was doing really well at Juventus. I mean, he was kind of considered one of the best midfielders in the world there. But as we kind of always see, like when players go back to United, it doesn't really work out well. I don't think it's a good environment. I don't think it's a healthy environment. Probably went for the money. Probably kind of went for the money partly, um, and partly also went just to see if he could kind of prove himself. Because not necessarily that he failed. I wouldn't say he failed at United when he was younger, but he kind of left. He left United when he was younger, so he probably wanted to kind of go back and prove himself there. But yeah, ultimately, it didn't quite work out for him. But it is what it is. But yeah, cool. All right. Well, that's today's game all done with. We will be back tomorrow for the Liverpool game. Yeah. See you tomorrow as well, Snus. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow where we will win the Premier League. But yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow for the Liverpool celebration. Yeah, 100%. Cool. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow, guys. Cheers.